Hey, what's going on, people? My name is Big Mooney, and this is a little commentary. We're going to sit back, relax, and just sort of talk about some stuff about Battlefield 4. And the mortar, using the mortar just there. It's a handy little tool. It's not a great weapon or anything like that, which is probably a good thing it's not good, because then you just have people spamming them all over the place. Not that people don't do that already, it depends on the time and place, but sometimes you end up with just a barrage of shells coming out of the sky. And son, you should have probably reacted to me a bit quicker than that. I was a bit slow on the draw there, and I still managed to kill that guy. Yeah, the mortar's a useful thing, and it's good for taking out roof campers. So I've been bringing it along every once in a while when I'm using the support class. Mainly because there's nothing else I really want to put on the support class until I get that C4. Once I have my C4, I'll probably always be rolling with the C4, but I don't have it yet because I don't really play as support. I don't know, we just want to unlock some shit. Especially we want to do assignment for the new Naval Strike expansion pack that's coming out soon. They didn't actually give us a release date, but we'll move on to that in a second. We set up this kit yesterday, doing a live comm yesterday, and the goal of the video was to sort of make some progress towards getting the new LMG that's coming out with Naval Strike, that being the AWS, I think that's what it's called. And as of right now, we still don't have it yet, because there's some stuff I still need to do assignment-wise. And we're going to try and unlock that soon. But in the meantime, the PKP is not too shabby. It's actually probably the best LMG that I have at the moment. I think that might be right. Yeah, I mean, the other LMGs I've got so far, I've only got the first like 4 LMGs or something. They're all kind of meh. They're not that great. I mean, they're so inaccurate, and usually if someone rolls up with an assault rifle, they'll probably gun you down. And I like the way I just fake this guy going behind the corner just there with the old skid loader, and he just comes charging right towards me. Nice and gullible like. I always like doing that, bait someone round the corner and they get stuck in that sprint animation, and look at my teammate walks over and just makes sure he's dead. My teammate walked over and just popped him right in the skull with a shotgun, I think. I don't really know why. He was lying on the ground in a crumpled heap and he just comes over like, yeah, I'm gonna make sure you're not breathing. At least I'd imagine that's the way he talks. I don't know. That was a random tangent. Back on what we're talking about here. So, yeah, the assignments that I'm doing, some people were confused by that yesterday. So the assignments have been unlocked if you have premium or if you bought Naval Strike. I don't know if that worked because of the whole premium 2 weeks exclusivity thing. But if you have premium, I know for a fact that these assignments are unlocked for you. If you're on PC, I think the way they do is really weird. I don't understand why the assignments unlock weeks in advance, but we don't even have an actual solid release date yet for the expansion pack, although many people believe it's going to be out next Tuesday, which is the 18th. So I'm pretty sure that is going to be the case. I did not know this little tunnel existed. Try this out. It's a great little tunnel to get away, great little escape route, and I came out on the other side here, and some fucker started shooting me, camping up on top of the wall, and I just thought that looked epic with a big explosion and stuff. One thing you need to give DICE is that this game looks fucking phenomenal. It looks fantastic, but it doesn't exactly run as well as what it probably should, but we'll touch on that later on. But yeah, Naval Strike. So we think it's going to be coming out next Tuesday, the 18th of March. So hopefully that is the case. That being said though, don't really know if I really want this expansion pack like right now. I'm not really too sure if I'm that bold about it, to be honest. I mean, when it comes out, I'll be like, okay, yeah, okay, I'll just play this, play some Titan mode or whatever. Hopefully it's not another throwaway game mode and people will actually play it. From what I've read about it, it seems pretty interesting. I'm calling it Titan mode, but what they're actually calling it for Battlefield 4 is Carrier Assault, and it's like an enemy HQ sort of ship that they've got, and the enemy team just assault this ship and try and take over it, this aircraft carrier. Seems really interesting, so I'm really hoping it does catch on. But like I said there, I'm not really too sure how I feel about them bringing out another expansion so quickly, because it just feels like they're throwing expansions at us left, right, and center at the moment. I mean, what, we're 4 months into the game being out, or maybe 5 months into the game being out, and we have 3 expansion packs already. It took like a good 6 or 7 months before we had 3 expansions for Battlefield 3, and they were still, you know, finishing up the last DLC well into, like, well over a year. I think it was just over a year, or maybe even a year and a few months after Battlefield 3 came out. They were just bringing out the last expansion pack for it, and it just feels like they're getting all the DLC and expansions out of the way really early for Battlefield 4. They're just, you know, throwing them out left, right, and center. And it's leading me to believe, are they making another Battlefield game soon after this one? Because they're just, you know, if they're not going to be bringing out any more DLC after another title has came out. So I don't know if this means that they're planning on bringing out another Battlefield game within the next year or so. I don't know. And I'm not too sure how I would actually feel about them bringing out another one, because is that going to be another rushed project? Is it going to be Bad Company 3? Now, I'm just thinking on the spot just here. I did not plan to say any of this in this video just here, but it's a thought that's just entered out of my head. Are they planning on maybe doing that? I don't know. It's an interesting thought. But hopefully, if they do make another Battlefield game, it will run a lot smoother than this one has been since it did come out. And I have defended this game in the past, but I do feel that the game has gotten progressively worse. This guy failed so bad. I mean, he followed me for so long, and I just turned around and shot him right in the face here with my attack helicopter, and took out both of them. But yeah, no, this game, after the last patch, I feel like the game runs worse now than it did a month ago, or even before that. I don't know. When the game first came out, a lot of people were complaining about their game crashing and all this sort of stuff, and it just not running fine for them at all. The only issues I've really had with the game since release is the netcode and stuff like that, and maybe a few bugs here and there. But in terms of the game crashing, I've never really had too many issues with that, or getting disconnected from servers. It happened a couple of times, but nothing really too notable. And here the Dream Team emerge out of nowhere again. That guy just ends up plummeting his face right into a rock, and I take him down with a tank. I don't know if that other straggler that appeared out of nowhere was in the helicopter and maybe just abandoned ship before he plummeted with the fucking wall, but ended up killing both of them, which is always nice. But the way that DICE have handled this, I know DICE are trying, and I really don't blame DICE for the problems that this game has had. I really do think that it's mainly down to EA. It's got to be. They're trying to push these titles. They really want to compete with Call of Duty. They want to be the top dog in the FPS genre, which is the biggest fucking genre of any game at the moment. These things sell so well, so they're going to continue to churn these out until people stop buying them. And they want people to buy this more than buy COD. And they are just pushing them out all the time, so I would not be surprised if they made another Battlefield game within the next year, or yeah, I don't know. It's a bit of a dodgy situation, because they've got to have something to fill in that gap that Medal of Honor's really left, because remember, they got rid of Medal of Honor because Medal of Honor was a big flop. As far as I remember, they just cancelled making those Medal of Honor games altogether because of just how poorly they were received by not only the critics but the public. It just, they did not do well at all. So I would not be surprised if they just started churning out more and more Battlefield games, because there are a couple of different series that they could go down road with Battlefield. So maybe that's what they'll do. But I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button down below. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section down below. And we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.